The angry silence. A splendid drama included, in fact, on the New York Times' list of best 1,000 movies ever made, for good reason. Perhaps it should be among the best 100, 200 films ever made. With mesmerizing Richard Attenborough in the leading role, that of Tony Curtis. Richard Attenborough, who is much more than the actor from Jurassic Park. I was watching a closer look part of the late night show of Seth Meyers. I mean, I wasn't watching just one, I'm watching all of those shows. And this is an extraordinary comedian, charming, but he made a mistake in talking of Richard Attenborough as the actor from Jurassic Park. No, that's a drop in the ocean. That's just a very small thing Attenborough did. He was a spectacular filmmaker, mentioned otherwise in the Bible of filmmaking, Adventures in the Screenplay filmmaking, about movies, issues, not filmmaking, how you put the camera and things like that. It's not technical, it's not. It's for cinephiles, actually. So he talks about the making of A Bridge Too Far, how complex that is, the challenge for a screenwriter to put into his work something unbelievable, referring to that incident which is shown in The Crown, where an ordinary fellow jumps over the fence, walks through the corridors, doesn't find anyone from the guards, and then finds himself in the bedroom of the Queen. If you think of fiction putting this, it's unbelievable. As Goldman says, the audience will rise in the theater and walk out. But sometimes it happens and it's not. It's not believed by the public anymore. This happened with an attack in A Bridge Too Far. Anyway, coming back to Attenborough, he was wonderful as a man, as a director, as an organizer, everything. Here, he is a glorious actor. And indeed, it's a memorable film, intense, challenging, modern, even if it's made probably 60 years ago or so. There are issues concerning the unions and men in all organizations. There are fewer women, so from this point of view, it's not walking off. There's of course Anna, Tom's wife, who's a strong woman of Italian origins. So you have a little bit of the issue of migration, people from other countries integrating, but that's a sideline, a very small aspect in the big picture. The union votes for a strike, an unorganized strike. What's the name? Cat-like. I forgot the name, but wildcat, wildcat strike, and Tom is against it. In the beginning, there are a few others, but then slowly he becomes the only one. He has 2 children, expecting another one on the way, so he cannot afford the loss of pay. Besides, again, it's unofficial, and as such, I'm not sure how legal. Well, they didn't go to court. That's one thing, and there's the question of liberties, individual liberty. You're not forced to. Britain was not communistic, and it was maybe left leaning anyway in this particular corner. And amongst a few of those fellows, it's not something they understand. In fact, the black psychology classic influenced by Robert Cialdini comes to mind. 6 principles of influence by Terna. And one of them would deal with social acceptance, the fact that we tend to, especially in certain circumstances, as vote, if we want more money, how about if we spend time without pay in our pockets? They raise this in the meeting. So when it's uncertain in new territory, we look at others to signal when in Rome, to what the Romans do. So much so that the book is splendid, and the section, all of them, is more than informative. Can be vital. For instance, if you're in an accident, we learn from that. Do not just cry for help, because there are known situations when cases are given. Somebody was stabbed 19 times, and there were people around, I don't know how many, 40, 22. They didn't intervene because they were looking at the others. And if the others didn't, they didn't either, thinking various things. I'm not a doctor, maybe somebody else can do better. So, in accident, one has to identify you in a green sweater. Please call the police. And you with a yellow shirt. Could you please come and help this man here? We need to move him. Because otherwise people at concerts, it's known, they misinterpret, or maybe he's drunk if he's lying on the ground and so on. So, not because of means, that's this, to try and return. They vote for the strike, but that's because there's the principle of authority also. That's one of the 6 principles of influence. Cialdini again, look it up on the internet if you're watching this, which is doubtful. I mean, anyway, not this far. So if the leader who has nefarious ideas, intentions, and so on, he's a vile character, actually. This is not a rightist, right extreme movie attacking unions. No, it happens. And in fact, we can look at other, use the prototype and look at other organizations. And so they look at him, and if he says, "Look, comrades," that's what, brothers, in fact, sorry. I think that was kind of creepy and communist in my view. I mean, we lived under communism here, and we didn't like it much. I mean, destroyed lives. If I'm not not doing better, it's their fault. If it weren't for you, that's from another classical psychology games people play. If it weren't for you, communism, I would be having 500 million views for each video. It's because of you, I only have 2. Brothers vote this way, and they did. They attack Tom, they isolate him, they're vicious to him, and we could look at this from so many angles because it has so many perspectives. It's again a wonderful landmark film. How they pressure him, how they isolate him, how stupid the crowd can be, wisdom of the crowds. Yeah, right. No. If they all follow following this social proof principle, and then they respect authority, which is corrupted, it gets to the point where you have a Trump pushing the masses to attack the Capitol, to buy into the most stupid aberrations, Italian satellites that have stolen the American elections and other such